track, hopefully not you. So today, not gonna lie, I've got more hormones running through my body than a dairy cow that is about to be milked. I'm tired, I'm hungry, but we're still gonna have a good time. So I'm gonna keep it positive and I'll show you what we're gonna be working on today, which is this. So I'm gonna be turning these old jumpers here into some new joggers. And the reason for this is these are all stained or they don't fit nice or they're going a bit bobbly and I don't know, I just want something a bit different. So this is the design that I've gone for up here. What can I say about this really? Apart from I hope that there is enough fabric to make that design. If not, I'm gonna have a breakdown. I feel like we are gonna see tears this stream. We are gonna see tears. But it's okay. It's okay. Hopefully they're happy tears of relief when it's all done and complete. But we shall see. So, what I'm gonna do now is, first things first, I'm going to use a pair of my existing joggers that I own, just to create like a rough, very, very rough shape. And then I'm going to measure my various limbs to ensure that they do actually fit. Because if I go to the trouble of making these and they don't fit, that will be the thing that breaks me. I think multiple things will probably break me this stream, but that will be the one in particular. I don't think you'll ever see me stream again. That'll be it. I'll be done. I'll be done. I'll be dusted. But anyway, let's get into it. So you'll be relieved to know that this time there is no issue with the nails. I've abandoned all fake nails. As you can see, we've got my little stumpy fingers fully on show. And yeah, at least they're painted, so they're not too ugly. Beggars can't be choosers. The first thing that we are doing is making like a pattern. So for that, all I'm going to do is I'm going to start sticking together bits of paper to create something big enough that I can draw out the shape of some joggers on. Ideally, I would use masking tape because it can be recycled, but I don't have any masking tape, so it's just going to have to be a case of fuck the planet. You know? I know, I do love me some plastic-free nature, but unfortunately, I don't want any masking tape. So, we shall have to make do with what I've got. So, we're just gonna put the pieces together and just stick. Okie dokie. And actually, very quickly whilst I'm here, normally I like to, I can manage my dashboard directly from my phone whilst I'm live. Hey Jess, thank you for returning. Lovely to see you. Staying a bit hormonal today, so we might see some tears. We might see some tears, but it's all right. It's all right. I'm just gonna tell Instagram that I'm live. And to be honest, I don't think I have it in me to go live on TikTok today. I really don't. Because if someone's mean to me, I will just cry. Right, Linktree. Do you know what? I should probably just have my big girls cry. We do cry. We cry a lot. And it's gonna happen. Right, let me look into here. I really just need to write down my Twitch link. That would be really helpful. If I could just, get my shit together and, maybe be on time. That would also be helpful. But you know what? Next week, I'll actually be on time. And actually, I was on time for my first ever stream that was supposed to start at 8, and then I moved my streaming time back to 8:30. So technically, I've never been on time, ever in my life. I was actually telling this to Jess the other day. I was like, I was literally born late. Which, allow paste. Yes, I want to paste. Right, going live now. Okay, right, now that's done, we can get back to this. Oof. Okay. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know if it's just that it's just like normal, but I feel like PMS has been so bad recently. Like, because my periods aren't regular. So it's just like I have a feeling of, oh my god, why am I so miserable? And then I come on a period, I'm like, oh, that's why. So just gonna go through and stick these together. This is like a nice, it's like a kindergarten, primary school activity. They keep you going. But this is my very advanced way of making patterns, and then I can't even find the end of this. Is it bad that my first reaction when I couldn't find the end of this sellotape was like, I'm gonna cry. This will be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Actually, this reminds me, so for my birthday, I did a last minute sewing design. Last minute? Me? Never. I know, very hard to believe, but I did a last minute sewing project, and literally the morning of the birthday, I had my birthday. I had my uni friends down, so they were all staying over, and I was like to them, right, guys, you're gonna have to help me with this. I'm gonna have to start my own little sewing sweatshop because I've got very few amount of hours to get this outfit finished before everyone turns up for prees. Spoiler alert, it was not finished by the time everyone turned up to prees. In fact, I actually had people doing like making the poppers. I don't know what they're called, the eyelet things, putting the eyelet things into the back of my top whilst I was getting ready, whilst prees had been going on for like an hour. That's how disastrous that was. But in the morning, I was like to my friend, right, you need to do this job of sticking this together. And they were like, we can manage that. When I tell you how wonky these sheets were, practically unusable. But they are very lucky that I did not do too much of a birthday diva fit, because I have been known to be a diva on my birthday, because it's a day that's about me, okay? So if I want to be a diva, I'm going to be a diva. Honestly, if I behave this way on my birthday, if I ever get married, I wish my friends luck. Seriously, because I will be an absolute bridezilla. In fact, if I have any formal event party thing in my life, I'm just going to be a mess, regardless of whether or not that is a wedding. But I don't think at this stage of my life that I will be getting married. Ew. Gross. Also, I thought of a good idea of something that we can do on stream at some point when we're not doing a sewing stream, for more like a chilled out one. And I got myself into a Googling hole. Does anyone else ever do that, where they'll find someone on Wikipedia, they'll search someone up, and then half an hour later, you're like, you're like truly down the rabbit hole. And I realised that everyone is connected to everyone. Like I know how they say everyone's connected by 5 people. Well, it's true. So last night, have you heard of she's like a glamour model actress person called Kelly Brook, was very big during like the noughties and early 2000s. Well, I started Googling her. I don't know why I was Googling her, but I started Googling her. And then I found out through my stalking that she used to date this rugby player that was a British rugby player called Danny Cipriani. And I remember that from growing up because he played for Sale Sharks, and my family are Sale Sharks supporters if we're going down the rugby hole. So anyway, she dated Danny Cipriani, and then I found out Danny Cipriani dated this girl that was on Love Island that unfortunately passed away. Her name was Sophie Brandon. And Sophie Brandon dated Wayne Lineker. And I was like, how is all this coming together? And then Wayne Lineker is connected, obviously has his brother who is getting about Ocean Beach doing his thing with every Instagram model on the planet. So he's connected to like the whole of Geordie Shore. So it's just really interesting how everyone is connected. And I can't remember which celebrity it was. I think it might have been Jamie Foxx. Like before Ed Sheeran made it, he spent a while sleeping on Jamie Foxx's couch. I'm like, how does that even happen? Hey, yes, sorry, Felice. I'm very late. But we're not talking about that because I'm very hormonal. I'm tired and hungry. So, but to be honest, I'm not really tired anymore. I was tired this morning, but I'm not tired anymore. I think I overslept last night. Slept too much. But yes, we're not mentioning the fact that I'm late because I will cry, and we're having nice messages only. To be honest, I've never had a mean message on the live stream on here, on this kind of chat. So I think it'll be fine. Then maybe I'll just ignore the chat when I go on TikTok to advertise this little special. But yes, everyone is connected to everyone. So that's one thing that I want to do at some point on stream. And also, so do you remember in the last stream there was that person that said that I could like, you can get like points in the chat. So for example, if someone tells you to drink, then they get like a point or something. And I tried to have a look to turn it on, and I can't seem to find it. So I don't know if that's just a feature you get when you're an affiliate or a Twitch partner. But I don't know. So anyway, the bottom line is I couldn't do it. But what I did do is I managed to turn on this thing that it's like a follower count, because if I want to be an affiliate, I need 50 followers. So I put that little follow bar. I don't know where that will turn up. Hopefully somewhere. And then we can try and get me towards my goal. Okay, so once we've done stuck a few together, we're going to stick them together long ways so we get that. We get the length required. This, I feel like I need to show you up close just how bad this nail varnish is. And this is why I don't ever paint my nails, because it always just messes up for some reason. And I don't know why. Honestly, this will be chipped by the end of this stream. I can guarantee it. I don't even know how I do it. It's a bit of a mess. Okay. Also, I need to show you them. If you haven't seen already, head to Instagram. I've uploaded one of my transition reels from the outfit for the outfit that I made in the last stream. The now finished product is up on my Instagram, so if you're interested, you can go and see that. See what it ended up looking like if you didn't stay to the end. That's another thing that I was trying not to get like disheartened about, because I feel like I've been trying really hard with my thrift flips and like the videography side of things. I'm like, yes, I've stepped my game up. And then I don't know what's happening on TikTok, but I uploaded the transformation for tonight, and it got like 98 views in an hour, so not even breaking 100. I'm like, what the hell? That is not okay. I'm like, why does no one appreciate my hard work? But I'll get there. I'm just trying to stay positive. Everyone's got to start somewhere. But it can be just feel a bit disheartening, you know. I stay positive, which isn't always helpful. Oh, thank you. Hey, Wayne, how are you? Oh, thank you so much for saying that it's good. That makes me feel a bit better. I was just saying that feel a bit disheartened. Feel a bit disheartened. Oh. Someone said something on Twitter. My brain's just not even working. Oh, so is this your first time stopping by one of my little live streams? You're a very busy doctor. Put your TikTok and Instagram into the chat, because your content is amazing. Just like medical quizzes, and I think there's only ever been one time where I've got them all right. But they are very cool, very cool. So we actually met at a YouTube event, which is awesome. And you were speaking on a panel, weren't you? Very professional. Oh dear, things are falling everywhere. I need like a cutting and sticker. Yeah, definitely check out your content. Oh, and your YouTube shorts. We have our little we're in the YouTube shorts community together, aren't we? What are you wearing to the Christmas party, by the way? Oh, hello, mother. Hope you're enjoying your little holiday. Thank you for coming. Oh, thank you. It was one of my highlights meeting you. It's nice because I feel like we're like properly friends now, which doesn't really tend to happen at any of these creative things. Like you don't really actually make proper friends. But no, I feel like I've got a proper friend in you. Okay. It's getting very long now. I'm just trying to think. I don't think I don't think we need that other one because my legs aren't that long. Let me go and get the joggers that I'm. Okay, so these are the joggers that I'm going to be using to create the shape. The reason that I chose these, I'm just going to fold these in half. And oh yeah, my legs are so much shorter than I ever thought. I knew they were short. I didn't know they were this short. Let me move that out of the way. The kind of thing where like normally I would do this on the floor. I don't know how I'm gonna make it work, my little table. Yeah, that's such a lovely way of looking at it. Oh. But it's funny, it's like because I keep always talking about this event in Lisbon is the only interesting thing I've done with my life the past few months. But I was trying to do some like networking there, and it's like you have there's always like there's different type of networking. Like there's networking where people you can help someone in their career and they can help you. So there's that kind of like networking relationship. But then you have like the kind of networking where you just genuinely make friends with someone, which is nice. It's always nice to make friends. So I'm gonna pop that in the middle there. I'm gonna get my pencil. I'm just gonna draw roughly around. That there. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like all relationships are technically transactional. Because even if I was like, why is it not working? It's because I've stuck half of it on that way and half of it on that way. Okay, that's very sensible of me. Love that. I think I'm gonna do it like this. Okay. But yeah, it's like all kind of relationships are transactional, whether or not that transaction is just you enjoy their company, so you feel better when you're around them, kind of thing, and they enjoy your company. And then you have the more sinister versions of that, where it's like people are friends with you for, I don't know, like you can provide them some kind of social currency or actual currency. So, but I think I don't know about you guys, but accepting that all relationships are transactional made me feel a lot better about my life in general. It's sometimes hard. Friends, understanding that not everyone is like a nice person. Okay, so what I'm just gonna do now is I'm just gonna draw roughly around this. Yeah, not just thrift flips, but also life advice. It's like to be free therapy, motivational speeches. If I make it to the end of this live stream without crying, it really will be an emotional, not just emotional journey, but it will be an impressive feat. If I can do that, then you guys can do anything. So, right, I'm thinking now. I'm just roughly trace this out. Now, I'm gonna get my tape measure, and I'm gonna measure around my thigh just to make sure that we've got it at like the widest part. So I want these to go like straight down to the floor, these joggers. We've got some baggy joggers. So my thigh, the circumference of my thigh is like 55 centimetres. That means half that is 27.5 across it needs to be. Absolute minimum. So that means I want it 30 centimetres across at the widest part. Which means that I really probably want this, because I want this baggy. So I might make it 40 centimeters across. No, 35. let's not take it too far. Let's not get too ridiculous with it, shall we? So half of 35 is 17.5. God, I'm on it with the quick maths today. I'm going to turn this over and start again. I'm going to stay nice and calm. Stay calm. Okay, so this is where my thighs go. I'm going to measure across here. So in fact, we'll make it 37 just because there's loads of space and want that extra centimetre for seam allowance. Instead, as we learned last time, I said it about 1,000,000 times, that you have to, you can always cut stuff off, but you can't add it on, so you need to make it bigger. And then I cut too much off and didn't heed my own advice, which is, great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that there. Okay. Right. In fact, what I'm going to do, because I'm going to run out of... Okay. The good thing is, on the top bit, I don't actually need it to be big on the waist. So I'm going to do something like that. Okay. Now, this is obviously a ridiculously big panel piece, and now that I'm thinking about it, I'm definitely not going to have the fabric to do this. So, let me go back to measuring my thigh. Go around here. Like that. And yeah, no, that's exactly what I need. I need 35 centimetres. I might have to amend this design, but that's okay. That is okay. And how far does this go down? And I probably want the waistband there. So I need to add like another... Okay. So because I want it to finish that, I can always take it at the end. I think will be the plan. Then, just to compare it to what it would look like on the other side. Be the same shape. So I'm just doing it roughly. I'm just going to keep... I'm only going to cut out one. Save me some time, energy, and willpower. Ready to go. This is such a satisfying sound. I'm sorry that you can't hear it. Sucks to be you. Snip, snip. Okay, and now after I've made this pattern piece, and now I'm starting to panic that we're not going to have anywhere near enough fabric, we will, I might have to go in my never ending bag of stuff to upcycle and find some more scraps. So, all that I do know is, start here. I'm going to use the waistband. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is a reason that I have a lot of these is like it's stuff that my sister's given me, so it was way too small for me. which is why I'm upcycling it. So this is off hers, and thankfully this waistband will fit around my waist. So this is what I'm going to use for the waistband. So I know that I'm definitely going to this bit I'm actually going to have to unpick. Like, I'm actually going to have to unpick this waistband. So I might do that. And then apart from that, I'm thinking it might have to be horizontal layers. Like, I don't know if we're going to be able to do that design because of the art fabric required. But actually, look, here we have. I can't wait to cut this up. Shitty little thing. I hate you. Apparently they're going bust. That makes me happy. So, yeah, I think this will be fine. I'm hoping so. I really don't want to have a pretty little thing on my design though, so I'm gonna have to see if I can unpick. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. If I unpick this and unpick that, it'll all work out. It'll be fine. We'll be fine. And then the other two that I've got is this, so you can definitely get at least one big panel off there. Do you know what? I think I've got myself worried for no reason. Start unpicking things. Let's see how we get on. It's going to be so nice not having to worry about things pinging off and flying this whole time. But let me start with the shitty little thing one. Oh. Oh, so I've just done that thing where I start a conversation, a topic, and then completely forget about it. But one of the reasons, when I was saying before about that person that wanted the water point check thingy, is if I go on, and I can only do this when I'm streaming on Twitch and not just Twitch and YouTube, but I can react to Prime TV shows, things that are on Prime. So I thought that could be a fun thing to do, like a watch party. So we can do that at some point. But until then, I've still not identified a TV show or like something that I can watch on here whilst we're doing these slightly boring tasks. So as usual, I'm gonna beg for any recommendations that you guys might have to just send them across to me so I have some inspo. Actually, there is one thing that I do want to watch, but I feel like it's going to be like terms of service and not be allowed to play it. And I don't know where I'm going to find it, but basically, you know Andrew Tate? Of course you do. What kind of question is that? Of course you know who Andrew Tate is. Internet demon, enemy to women everywhere. And I think you'd go so far as to say just general enemy to society. But anyway, that enemy of society has a brother called Tristan Tate, who appeared on a reality TV show in the 2000s. However, he is not the only notable problematic man, shall we say, to appear on that TV show. He was joined on that TV show by none other than Stephen Bear, who I have come to find out recently is literally the devil incarnate. And he, this was his like breakout TV show, and I started to watch it ages ago with my mate when Andrew Tate started to make his rise to fame, and it is absolutely wild. But the only reason I could find it was because like this thing has been scrubbed off the internet, absolutely scrubbed off the internet. But on Andrew Tate's personal YouTube channel, he'd re-uploaded these shipwrecked episodes, and oh my god, we need to watch it. Like it's great, but I don't know how to find it. Like I don't know how to find it. But it is such like a product of its times when like homophobia was like wildly acceptable in the early 2000s. So it is definitely going to be an interesting watch if I can find somewhere to watch it on. Obviously, Andrew Tate got taken off every platform for being evil and spreading evil views. So I don't know how I'm going to find it, but if I do, you're in for an absolute treat. Part of me just wants to rip this off. I feel like that was good for me. Get out some anger. Ugh. Oh dear. I can see like fluffy bits. I hope this is like actual fluff that's coming off, and because it was made by Pretty Little Thing, so it might be asbestos, who knows. Oh. I was telling my mum the other day about that scandal on Twitter when it came out. Like, if you read the fine print of the description of one of their items, that it was like cannot be worn by pregnant women. Terrible, 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 terrible. Right, there we go. Last little bit. And we've got a better indication of how much fabric we have going on. I was thinking I should probably make some pockets for this, these joggeries, but I don't know how I'll do that. But, okay, at least we know the front of that is usable now. And actually, the sleeves. Should we cut off the sleeves? I'm gonna do all these therapeutic cutting bits now, so I feel like they'll make me feel a bit better. Anything that's cutting and ripping, that is good. Okay. In fact, now's a good time to go live on TikTok. Time to face the music. I know I've never seen Shipwrecked, but oh my god, it was so wild, like so wild. I don't want to spoil any of it, but I don't know whether or not I'll be able to find it. But one of the things that they said, it was like they split them into like boys and girls teams. They were like, right, the boys have won the challenge today, and Stephen Bear was like, right, girls, as your punishment for letting the boys win, you have to give us all strict lap dances. And they were just like, absolutely not. What the hell is wrong with you? Absolutely wild. And they had this meeting around this table because there was one gay person on the island. And it's like the most queer-coded person on the planet, but for some reason they couldn't work out that he was gay. And when they found out he was gay, they were like, "That's not okay." Oh my god, this automatically put a filter on me. No wonder people have issues. No wonder. Okay, I know, indeed. Very pleasant individual. Jogger. Of old. Oh. Flip. Flip. Oh shit. There we go. Right. Time to get bullied on TikTok. Okie dokie. Oh. Have I turned off the chat or something? Or has it changed? I don't know how this works. Oh, lost connection. That's not good. Hope they've still got connection going on my. Oh, there's no Wi-Fi. Okay, right. Back to what we're doing. I'm gonna cut this sleeve off. We're notifying viewers that you're live. Wait. I'm actually surprised by how easy it is for like new people to find your stuff on TikTok lives, because that is not the case over on Twitch and YouTube. But it's actually, do you know what was so nice about the other day? Because that was the first time I went live on YouTube. Was getting to like speak to, just like have some kind of more in-depth interaction with my YouTube subscribers. It was so nice hearing you guys saying that you like my videos. I really appreciate that. So today, for some reason I can't see what's going on TikTok. I think I've also accepted, hence the reason I'm in this jumper tonight, that it's not worth the ban risk of being able to see my nips through my top. So I'm gonna have to get some kind of covery things, because I refuse to wear a bra out of principle. I do actually feel better now that I started cutting into things. Hello guys, so today I'm making some joggers out of my sister's old jumpers and stuff. And the reason why I'm cutting them up and not just using the nice joggers already is because she's a lot skinnier than I am. Bitch. So it means that I can't fit into any of her clothes. So instead I'm gonna have to cut them up. But it makes me happy because this is by Shitty Little Thing, and we all know how much I hate Pretty Little Thing. So this is actually quite a satisfying moment for me to be cutting this up, I must say. My only fear is the chemicals that they put in their clothes. I don't want to die. I need to stop saying that because that's against the terms of service. Oopsie. So if you guys want to see this thrift flip properly, then head over to Twitch or YouTube, where I am currently live, and you can see everything with the proper cameras and the sewing machine and all that, because you can't show it too well on TikTok. So head to Twitch, the link is in my bio, and you'll get a much better view of the thrift flip. And I interact with the chat a lot more. So we can have a proper chat. This is also this end of my this is my 4th ever live stream and the end of my first week, technically, of doing live thrift flips, which is exciting. Right, okay, first one's ripped up. Now on to this one. I'm just gonna cut this off. In fact, I'm gonna start with the bottom because that really was satisfying to rip that off. So we'll do that first. Well, this jumper's like an old Topshop one, but it's like a cropped one. And also, this is a controversial opinion, but I absolutely hate hoodies. I don't think hoodies should be a thing. Why would you want them all bunched up around your neck? I know that is controversial, but I am a big hoodie hater. Well, actually, when I mentioned that in a TikTok a few months ago, everyone was like, "What is wrong with you? Why do you not like hoodies?" I don't know how you could like hoodies. But I'm very much like a crew neck kind of gal. That's so weird. So it sent me a thing saying invite Dr. Asma to go live. So it knows you're here. It wants you to come live with me. We should do that one time. Definitely we should. Definitely. And then we could do some of your quizzes live and just see how much of an idiot that I am. See how much I actually remember from my biochemistry degree. Spoiler alert, not a lot. Oh, look, there you are. Yes, we should definitely go live together. Also, make sure you go and follow him. He's absolutely incredible. He is going to be the next big thing on TikTok and YouTube and everywhere else. And just a genuinely lovely person. Genuinely lovely person that makes great content. For some reason, this one's going to be a lot harder to rip. Maybe because it's not made by Pretty Little Thing. It's slightly higher quality. Right. Oh, thanks, lovely. Right. Oh, that's a really satisfying noise. Oh my god, I can't believe there's nearly 50 people in here. In fact, 52, that is mental. I don't know if any of you saw this for the first time I went live on TikTok. I was like, oh, I'm just going live just to say hey to people. And it was it was so awkward. It was so awkward. I was on for I was trying to do my makeup and the whole thing was just rather unpleasant. So it's a miracle that I ever started doing live streams again after that, to be honest. A lesson in perseverance. In fact, should we see if I can rip this one off? It's almost like satisfying ASMR. Yeah, no, these are definitely my mum's just put into the Twitch chat, just saying, just checking these aren't mine. No, definitely not any of your joggers. Don't worry. Okay, turning off my thingy requests because rip this open. Okay. So as I was saying earlier, it's fine at the moment because I'm just ripping things up. But when I start sewing, you might want to move over to Twitch because then you'll be actually able to see the sewing machine and what's going on a bit better. Oh, there we go. I'm really enjoying this ripping. It's satisfying, isn't it? Should I rip the hood off now? I feel like that'll be very satisfying based on my hatred of hoods. I don't know how the best way to do this is. Because the sound of breaking is quite satisfying, isn't it? It's like ASMR. Oh my god, we're at 75. That is actually crazy. Like, actually mental. It's so weird that there are 74 people on the phone now that can see me talking in real time. Very, very strange. That is melting my mind a bit. I don't suppose any of you have any recommendations of entertaining YouTube videos that I can watch when my sewing gets a bit boring later. Because normally I'd like I absolutely love Star Trek, so that would be my go-to watching thing when I'm sewing. Or like the occasional I do quite like political, what's it called, videos? Political commentary and video essays, but they're a bit heavy. Right, let me find a way to rip this off. Oh, also you can't see the design that I'm making on here. So if you head to Twitch, you'll be able to see the design that I'm making because it's currently on the screen. So it's gonna be like a patchwork kind of deal. But I'm such a weakling, I can't even get it off. Also, I'm sorry if the audio is really bad. Oh, thank you. Yes, come to Twitch. Come over to Twitch. A lot more exciting there. I think we'll just have to cut into this. Oh, thanks for the likes, guys. I think that helps with other people seeing it. Yeah, you are my designated hype man. But it's okay, because if you ever go live, I'll be your hype man. But I do really appreciate the support, especially today of all days. Because and in fact, it's like the universe knows that I'm not mentally all with it today. Because I said before, I was like, I'm not going live on TikTok because someone will say something mean in the comments and I will just cry. But everyone's being very neutral, which I will take over nastiness any day of the week. I would be like the worst person ever to say nasty things to live because I like in my head and like 5 days later I'll be like, oh, I should have said that. That would have been such a good reaction. But at the time I'll just like freeze up and just be like, what? Oh, I really want to rip this off, but it's not. Oh, thank you so much, Zoe. That's really kind of you to say. I love you too. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. God, okay. Actually, do you know what? I had one of my first ever mean comments on one of my thrift flip videos the other day. Someone was like, I've just witnessed a murder or something like that. Like I can't say that. I forget you don't say things like that. I've just witnessed a mess. Someone cutting it up, and I was like, that's the first time, really, someone has said something mean about one of my thrift flips. Right, I've got a hole now. Hopefully we can do a satisfying rip. She says. I should have just cut it off. There we go. Oh, yeah, okay. That's like, which bit of this was it ripping? Oh, oops. It's okay, we didn't need that bit of fabric anyway. There's so much dust flying around now. Okay, we have 2 hoods. 1 hood there. This could be like a whole Oh, thank you. That's so kind. Oh dear. That's so kind of you to say, Zoe. Thank you. It's I think when you kind of putting yourself on the internet out there, it can be kind of hard to stay like motivated and stuff because it's quite disheartening when people say mean things. But whenever someone says something nice or comments something nice, it makes it worth it. Definitely makes it worth it. Okay. So if you head over to Twitch, you'll have a better view of what's going on. I'm just making a mess of this now. All this rips. In fact, I'm just going to cut these off now. I'm not sure if people are finding the tearing satisfying, but I think I'm just going to have to call it a day with that because it's taking too long and just cut things off. Right there. So if you are enjoying the ripping, say now or forever hold your peace because I'm gonna abandon it and move on. So the link to my Twitch is in my bio, and you'll be able to see the sewing machine when I start using that in a second, because you can't see it on there. Very, very hard to kind of set up this in a way that you can see like the cutting board and everything on TikTok. So please head over to Twitch. This is the problem I had the first time when I went live. I was like, what do I even say? Whereas now when I've got an activity to do. So where are you guys from? Are we all UK based? Are we based in Europe? Anywhere in Asia? I'm trying to think what kind of times people will still be awake for at the moment, because I guess it's like middle of the night for majority of Asian countries. So I don't know if we'll have many people from there on here. Okay, right, there we go. So I made a nice mess of that now. Okay, right, guys, thank you so much for coming to my TikTok live. If you want to see me finish off this thrift flip, then please head to, oh God, liking my own video there. I was trying to turn that around. But yeah, please head to Twitch. The link is in my bio, and then you'll be able to see me complete the rest of this thrift flip with full view of the sewing machine and my design and all of that. So yeah, please head to Twitch. I'd love to see you there. Bye. Okay, you know what? That wasn't too dramatic. That actually wasn't too dramatic. I don't think that'll ever get any easier though. Okay, right. I think that's it now, apart from this one. We can rip off the end of this and then we can get going. I got this for £1 from a vintage wholesaler, this jumper, and it's all bobbly. Originally I wanted to do some kind of I had in my head to do some kind of like embroidery on it. I got around to it. So now it's being cut up. But I think it'll add like a nice pop of blue compared to the purpley bits that I've got going on there. And then if this goes well, I've got some grey. I've got like a red pair of my no, I think it's a red jumper of my sister's, and then I've got some of my old grey joggers that I will be able to cut up and make another pair if this goes well. And my main reason for doing this, for doing this, is I spend my life in loungewear, which I know is ridiculous because I spend the work that I'm doing is all focused around fashion. So whether or not that's making it or like styling vintage clothes and stuff like that, and I absolutely adore fashion. And if you went on my, it's like fake news. If you went on my my TikTok or my Instagram, then you'd be like, oh my god, she always gets dressed up, and it's like no, I always look like shit. So I want, when I'm wearing joggers and stuff like that and just like chilling out and relaxed, I want to feel nice in the stuff that I'm wearing, and I don't have any really nice loungewear, so that's why I want to make some so that I can feel good even when I look like, what? I want to look good, which will make me feel good, because patriarchy and capitalism. It's actually crazy how much I don't know if it's like, because I think on some level, guys must have this as well, where when you look nice, you feel better. But I wonder how much of that is like built in and how much of that is just like societal. Not sure, because I think the way the smallest thing when people were debating whether or not plastic surgery is a feminist thing, and it said, would you still be having plastic surgery if you were born on Mars? And it's like, well, no. If you were born on a planet by yourself, you wouldn't be having plastic surgery, because I guess you wouldn't need to feel the pressure, and also you wouldn't have anyone else to compare to. There we go. Thing ripped off. Yeah, It does feel nice to get dressed up, doesn't it? But I don't know how much of that is because there's so much I feel like as a woman, self-care is all the stuff that you're encouraged to do is like self-care. It's all things that to do with the way you look. It's like, oh, we'll do a face mask and we'll have a pamper and I'll paint your nails, and that's all kind of seen as self-care rather than like, I don't know, going to therapy or like journaling or something like that. So it's interesting how it's so packaged. It's like I remember when I was growing up watching like you'd watch films um and I'd be like, oh, I want to be more like the woman in the film who's so put together and has her like routine and has her life, and so many of the tasks that are like romanticized about having your life together are things like going to the hairdressers regularly and booking in for waxing appointments and things like that. It's just so interesting how um self-care and making yourself visually more presentable is seen as okay. Oh, okay. To be honest, guys, thinking today, I know this is an absolute cop out, but I'm thinking I might depending on how quick I can get up to, I don't know whether or not it might just be like a preparing the thrift flip tonight and then maybe finishing it another day. What do we think? Because you know how I like to run over on things, so do we reckon that I'll be able to do it? Or do we think? Because I was late tonight. I was late. We don't want to push those hormones too far. Yeah, and that's so true. So, as a guy, it's easier in a way, but still so much societal pressure to fit the mold of attractiveness. And it's so bad because what is considered as attractive is it's very Western, whitewashed, all that kind of thing, fat phobic, which in itself is an interesting one because that's like a collection of issues. Oh, sorry, I'm just replying to my friend's message. Um, okay, 2 seconds. I just gotta send my friend something, and then I'll get back to cutting stuff up. I just heard like a sound. I'm like, oh my god, someone's gonna try and kill me. I need to say that. Do you know what? Do you know what? One thing I seriously need to do is watch a video on the terms of service and find out what they are and what I can and can't say. Okay. I can definitely hear something banging around. That's scaring me. Oh, okay. Right. One done, and we'll cut off this arm. And then I'm going to get started into the actual portion of the design. I told myself, I was like, before I get started, I'm going to set all this up. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea, censoring that word. I had to try and censor the word Twitch in the TikTok live because I didn't know if they'd accept my, what's it called with it? But I don't know how, because I don't think, I thought Twitch was getting more mainstream, but I don't think it is as mainstream as I anticipated it was going to be. I don't know if a lot of people actually have Twitch or even know what it is. I didn't until like 6 months ago. Oh god, right. Snip, snip, snip. Don't you please don't. Okay. Put this. Right. Okay, I think we'll leave that there now and we will start cutting up this. So, all I know about this one, in fact, there's one more thing I need to. But then I think, with like not putting stuff about like link in bio, if it's smart, if I'm sure whatever way the human mind can come up to get around those like writing link in bio but still making it look well enough like link in bio so that people know what it means. I think that surely if they can get AI to detect that you've written it on the screen, then they can get the AI to work out that what you're trying to say. But I don't know how sophisticated their sensory things are. So what I'm going to do now is I want to keep the waistband of this to use on the trousers. So I'm just going to unpick this waistband here so that I've got the bit that they used to sew on the bottom, but I'm not going to have to sew into the elastic. Yeah, it's you would have thought the algorithm's smart enough to do that, but who knows? Who knows? Okay. I'm like, please, please, please. I don't even want to risk pulling this one because if this rips, I will be in trouble. Big trouble. Oof. So I worked out yesterday. I was so pleased when I did my first ever live stream. So the software that you have to use to live stream is this thing called OBS, and what that can do is it can like record your broadcast for you, so that you have a copy to save to your computer. The first time I did that, I was like, first time I ever went live, I was like, oh, I've got everything all sorted. I can't believe I've done it. The whole day before, for some reason, it wouldn't let me save. Then I was like, no, I fixed the problem. I can stream for the first time. So I stream. Then I get to the end. I click off live. Just had a really it was 5 hours long. And then a bit by the end, but we pulled through. We survived. We made some friends along the way, and then when I clicked off going live, it was like, oh, there was a saving error. I was like, what do you mean there is a saving error? But thankfully last night I worked out how I can save my VODs. Oh god, okay. I'm going to unpick this, otherwise it's going to stay all chunky on there. So I've downloaded my first ever stream so that I can go through that and finally do what I intended to in the first place of turning that into a YouTube video and TikTok tutorials. But to be honest, people on TikTok, normally when I post like a thrift flip, they're like, oh, I want a tutorial, but no one requested one in the comments, so I don't know whether or not to just save myself work and not bother. If people don't want it, then I don't want to spend time making it. But we'll see. Someone might request it. I haven't posted before this. I hadn't posted on TikTok in so long, so maybe that's why it's been a bit funny with me. Who knows? Who knows? I also need to plan when to do my first ever costume. Hey, Wolfie! Where are you from? Oh my god. Oh, crap, I've not even realised. I was on the wrong chat. Sorry, if anyone said anything on YouTube, I've missed that because I was on the wrong chat. Sorry. My bad. Now, hopefully, I can see people from YouTube and like so silly. Oh, very cool, Estonia. So, have you just come from TikTok, or have you found me on Twitch, or are you from Instagram, or from any other social media platform? Because I don't know if I've actually had anyone from Twitch just find me on there. Find my little broadcast. I think I've brought everyone else in. When I was researching like how to even live stream, you found me in the sewing category. Oh, that's awesome! So I didn't even know I was in the sewing category today. I thought it was in what's it called? But that's very cool. Hopefully I won't disappoint. What time is it in Estonia at the moment? Must be pretty late. Are you big into sewing yourself? Okay, it's not too late, not too late. Do you do much sewing? Or do you just like watching it? Oh, thank you for the follow, Wolfie. Plushies! That's really cool. Oh, I'd love to see. I'd love to see your work. If you have a moment, will you send it me on my Instagram so I can check it out? Because there was someone that came on that was on the other day, and they made a Care Bear Halloween costume. So they sent me a picture of that on Instagram, and it was so cool. It was Bly Sunday. Because I was calling her Bly Sunday the whole time, and then when she sent me the message on Instagram, I realised that her username was Bly Sunday, I think. So I think that's good, right? I'm so bad with pronouncing things, so I do apologise for getting anything wrong. But Wolfie, that's a nice and easy one to work out. I don't think I'm saying that wrong, but I probably might be. I love now that I've finished cutting these up. I bet my sister will send me a message like, "Have you seen my purple joggers anywhere?" I'm like, no, no, can't say that I have." To be honest, I'm normally quite good. If something ends up in my room that doesn't belong to me, I will put a picture into the family group chat and be like, "Have you given me this with the intention of me cutting it up, or has this accidentally found its way to my room?" I think that label's gonna come out. Also, I really want to know where that you know how I said that I was very technologically advanced and I found that little follow bar thing to add. I wonder where that comes up because I can't see it on my end. So I wonder if is it on my stream on Twitch or is it? Yeah, I don't know. Thank you. Oh, you're waiting for a package to arrive. What's in your package? If you're allowed to say. Oh, actually, I had a very exciting package arrive today. Um, well, I have two packages that are exciting that are arriving from two very sustainable. You can see it on Twitch. Oh, perfect, perfect. So I've got so clever with my stream deck thingy, and if I press a button like this for TikTok, it automatically sends it to the chat so that you can see. And I'm such a genius for mastering how to make that little button work. But yeah, I have a very exciting parcel that is well, it was supposed to be delivered yesterday, but unfortunately I missed the delivery because I was at a funeral. Um, Lots of unfortunate leads to that story. And then today I went to go and pick it up, and there was a strike, which absolutely absolutely supporting our postal workers. They deserve a raise. They deserve better hours and that kind of stuff. Whatever they want, they should get. But I was really looking forward to my parcel. But, so just a mask base. Planning on working on a new custom. Oh, that's exciting. So I've never ever seen how mask working works or like the base of the mask, or I've got no idea of what your your mask would even look like. So I'm very intrigued to see like what a mask. How did you get into making masks? Trim off the excess. And we have our waistband. Okay, off this yeah. Off the bits. So put that there. Now, what I'm going to do with this is, so, am I correct, masculine? I don't exactly know how I got into me. Oh, yeah, I'd love to see I'd love to see an image of one of your masks to see what it looks like. I've got a really funny story actually. So when I was like, so my brother's 5 years younger than me. So when I was like 15 or something, he would have been like 10. And when he was a kid, he was like really into dressing up as like Spider-Man and stuff like that. And so anyway, my dad was driving me and my brother to school, and we're in the car and we get a call from my mum. Was like, "Can you put your brother on, please?" She goes, "You've not bought anything off my eBay, have you?" So she asked my brother if he'd been purchasing masks on her eBay without telling her. He was like, no, because at 10 he'd like grown out of dressing up in costumes and stuff like that. And then so it turns out the masks that had been ordered on her eBay account, her eBay had been hacked, and someone had been ordering GIMP masks on her eBay, and then she thought that my 10-year-old brother might have found them and thought they were Batman masks and ordered them. He did not, but it was a funny turn of events nonetheless. Okay. So, I think, how much material have we got to work with here? Oh, we didn't rip off that hood. I know, can you believe that? Can you believe that? My brother was like, no, it wasn't me. It was not me. Bless him. Because he didn't have any idea what we were talking about. Me and my dad just could not stop laughing. Okay. So with the original design, we have the waistband, and then it's around crotch level is where I wanted to put the thingies. So what I'm gonna basically just gonna do with this is I'm gonna find my pencil and I'm gonna make a mark. Let's see. This and measure it. And the fact that that waistband, when we did it, was a bit like that is not filling me full of confidence. Okay. Nice. Okay, so this is go from the crotch length just to work out how long this is going to be. This is 90 centimeters long. Should we see how long my legs are? Not 90 centimeters long. Oh, it's like being. Oh god. I was like, oh, it's like being back in ballet class, but I never fell over in ballet class. Okay, so my legs are actually only 70 centimeters. Maybe I'm going to cut 10 centimeters off the bottom here. Let's see. Okay, so my design, these boxes get smaller and smaller. So as long as I keep them, I need 4 big panels. So if that's at 45, that at like 35, and then 25, and then 10. How much does that make up? 25, and then that's like 50. That worked out. 15. But there's 5 sections there. I have not done this very well at all. Okay, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we will do 40? Right, will this maths work? Probably not. Now I'm just guessing. Like, maths would solve this problem, but that's 40. Oops, got to show you what I'm doing. Oh, you've sent me one. Perfect, so I'll have a look now. 30. I know. No, that has not worked. Oh dear. I think I'm just going to go with that 10 one, but then that's going to be cropped. Ooh. Let me measure from the top. Let me do the maths. Let me actually do maths. So we have from the top to the bottom. I'm going to cut off this bottom 10 centimetres there. Look at your... Let me have a little look at your thing. Oh my god, that's so cool! It looks like a skull. So this is one of Wolfie's masks. Let me step away. Do you mind me showing? Can I show your mask on here? Let me know. And if you say yes, then I will show. But if not, then obviously I won't. I'll respect your views. But that is so cool. Okay, so we have 5 sections here. Let me just... There we go. Okay, I'm back. So let me know, Wolfie, if you're okay with me sharing it, because then I can show people how cool it is. Because it is really, really cool. Very, very cool. So now the distance from here is 112 centimeters. 112 centimeters. I want 5 sections. And they're going to be smaller and smaller. So I guess the size of the bottom 3 sections will be like the equivalent of the second one. And then there must be like an clever algebraic way of doing this rather than eyeballing it. So we'll start at the bottom. This bottom section, that's just going to be 10 centimeters. We're going to work our way up. So 10 centimeters here at the bottom. That will be our first section. Where is the pencil gone? Oh, my pencil. Okay, so 10 centimeters here. And then we'll do this one at maybe like 20. What do we mean? What do we think? 15, 20? And then 15, 7.5. We'll do this at 22, I think. Wait, how many sections is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we can't do this. We'll do this section, we'll do this 20 centimeters. We'll do 30. We'll do 25, maybe 25 and 30. Maybe we'll do 20. We'll do like 28. Okay, good. We've worked it out. So this is section 1. 2. 4. 5. Okay. Now I just need to make sure that this is not... Look how wonky that is. I'm like, oh, you can't actually see. Sorry about that. Got me in love. Oh, hey, Gay May Autism. Thank you for following me. Oh god. This rotary cutter is just. Oh, thank you so much, Jolly Mia. I really appreciate it. Hopefully I'll get there one day. Just gotta keep on grinding. This is only my fourth live stream. My second one on YouTube because I couldn't get it to start. So I really appreciate it. Thank you. But I figure the way you have to try and see this as one of my followers or one of my viewers is if I get to be the next big social media streaming sensation, then you can say you were here from the very beginning, which is cool, which is very cool. Like, think of a big streamer at the moment. I don't know any, but if you think of a big streamer that you like, imagine if you'd been there at the start. That's the way you gotta look at it. Get on this horse. There's little flying things everywhere. Okay. Love again. Okay. Oh, this is the bottom section, so that's section 5. Is section 4. I'm just checking that you can actually see it. Okay. Section 3. How am I managed to be drawing these wonky? How is that even a thing? How am I managing that? I've literally got a ruler in front of me and I've got it on the board. But I'm still managed to wonk it up. What am I like? An arrow there to remind me that it's that line. Now that's in line. Why is that not in line? Here for this one, we'll. Okay, now we've made these sections, we're just going to cut them out. Hey, chocolates and pasta, it's lovely to have you back. How's your day going so far? It's morning time for you now, isn't it? So chocolates and pasta was here on my last live stream, so it's really lovely to see people returning. Makes me happy. Okay, bottom one is cut off. So 2 sections. Oh, I thought it was satisfying listening it to it cut fabric, but it's even more satisfying hearing it cut into. So we're making some joggers today. Oh, lovely! What are you doing with your friends? Got anything nice planned? Or are you just gonna chill out? Okay. So now I need to designate which bits are going to be. So I tried to work out which one of the 4 colours could I get that to work. So if we're doing like the left side of the leg, we can do Like that. Do you know what? I think we've actually going to have enough. Oh, pancakes! Very nice. So the question is, when you say pancakes, do you mean like the small, thick American fat ones, or like the big, thin American French crepes? Or is there a third type of pancake that I'm not aware of? If so, I'd love to be educated. Okay, so that will definitely work for both sides. So on this one, we'll have one that side and we'll do one that side so that whatever it looks like in the front, we can just flip it for the back. Now, the other big thing is I need to check that we're going to have enough of this one. So this is the other big section. I'm quite worried about this one. But no, we can make that work as well. Okay, right. Now we can actually start pinning and cutting. There is hope for us yet. So move my little sections there. Get my pins out because we can't clip this one. And I'm going to cut up the side of this now. Or should we rip it? Let's cut it. Let's not get overexcited with ourselves. We've done enough ripping today. Into this. Leave that on its side so I don't. Oh, do you know what this? There's a pancake restaurant famous for Adelaide and a restaurant open close to me. Therefore, ooh, very nice. So, do you think what's your typical order? Because I've actually finally started mastering making pancakes recently, and my friend they only eat sugar and lemon on theirs, which I consider to be complete sacrilege because everything where possible should be covered in chocolate if you have the option to. So obviously I absolutely drown my pancakes in Nutella. The same with waffles. And let's not even go there. 30 degrees. Oh my god, oh yeah, I forget that it's your summertime. It's literally been raining non-stop, grey and miserable here in the UK, particularly in Manchester. It's funny when I went to take my friend to pick up their car today, and they literally were like, "Oh, this weather is so disgusting and horrible. I think we live in the wettest, rainiest place on earth." And then I was like, "Oh, let me just stop over here because I need to get something from the post office, pick up that parcel." And he was like, "Oh, what are you picking up?" And I'm like, "Sunglasses." It's like, you could not have picked a worse thing. Not a worse timing. Okay. Right. So, maple syrup is my go-to, but don't knock sugar level. Maple syrup, come on. Come on, no. Sugar and lemon just doesn't do it. I need strong flavours. Like strong flavours. Oh, waffles, but the presentation isn't good, so I'm going to try something else. Yeah, I always feel like that's, if you're going to spend money going out to eat something, you want good presentation so you can put it on your Instagram story or at least take a photo to remember the occasion. But if it's not well presented, it's like, I could have made this at home. I guess you don't have to clean up the mess, which is another benefit of going out. Uh, and that. Oh my god, a storm! Like is it like a tropical storm? It's so bad. I can't believe there's no. I think because I'm so privileged living in the UK for lots of reasons, but one of them is we don't really have any big storms. Like I can't believe that people in like in the States and in like Australia having like wildfire season, that is just bonkers to me. But like having hurricane season where it's like, yeah, there's a pretty good chance a tree's gonna fall on the house today, or the dog's gonna get caught in a cyclone, and that is so weird. Like we had, I think in the whole time, the whole of existence on this earth, there has been like one earthquake in the UK, and it was like a very very minor one during the middle of the night when I was in primary school, and I don't even remember it. I always think that's such a shame when trees get cut down or uprooted and stuff like that because they've been there for so long. There is nothing more satisfying to me than like a giant tree with like a fat tree trunk. It's like I wonder what that tree has seen. Mostly winter. Oh wait, so when you say it's 30 degrees, do you do Fahrenheit or Celsius? What is? I don't even know what 30 degrees Fahrenheit is. Not very hot at all, is it? Probably like cold. My my geography is horrendous. My understanding of weather and temperatures and all that. I know that is it 100 degrees is roughly about is that 100 degrees is that around 37 degrees Celsius? Have I got that right? Probably not. Okay. Oh, I'm so silly. I could have just pinned this and it would have worked. Oh well. I'll at least I've worked that out the second time. The second side. Okay, gonna do some cutting out, which is the satisfying bit that we all like. Before I left it for so it's meant to be summer. So I should clarify, it's been sunny here currently. Okay, got you, got you. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. So what are you go? What time are you going out for your pancakes and waffles? I agree. It's not Fahrenheit. We use the metric system here. Yeah, I was about to say I have no metric versus imperial. I don't know what that means. I feel like I must have missed out on that topic at school. I'm also so bad with conversions. There's this app that I well, I have it on my phone. There was about a year ago I was using it every day. It's like a kind of a brain training app and one of them is like conversions and I'm absolutely crap at that. Like have no understanding at all of how to convert between things. It's like I I don't know how to do feet to meters at all. I know that I'm 5'7". I don't know what my height is in meters. I know that I weigh probably something around 10 stone. Not 10 stone, probably like 11 stone. I've got no idea how much I weigh. But I couldn't tell you what that is in kilograms. I think I'm probably somewhere around 65 kilograms, but I don't know how the two of them match up. There we go. And I know that I'm incapable of running more than 5k. I've got no idea what that is in miles, but I can't run more than that. Okay, so we have our first pattern piece here. Okay. The first one, and then we can turn this over. Oh, my friend has finished her shift. Oh, does she work like nights or just to have like a standard 9 to 5? And that on that side. Because we want to have one for the back panel a different way. And then one for the front panel. Okay. Hydrated. But rather than pinning it, I'm just going to put some heavy stuff on it and cut around it like that. Makes life a bit easier for myself because I am lazy. Move that out of the way. This is so much easier than pinning. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. We live and we learn. This is quite kind of like quilting as well because of how thick the stuff I'm using. Got the song from my transition stuck in my head. Wrong side. Bit here. Oh my god, there's no person. Just this is moving across the screen. Go to the side for now. Oh, she runs a business, so she has to when she's finished with a client. Okay, got you, got you. Yeah. So obviously this isn't very precise, but does it need to be? Probably. Will it be? No. Okay, right, that's good enough. That is good enough for me. So, can we see how that's going to look? Okay, so now we've done with them, we can start cutting out the big dark blue panels. Pop them to the side. Open this. Side as well. Oh, actually, this ponytail's starting to give me a headache. I'm gonna have to put my luscious locks down. Please. There we go. Put this bit out here. Same thing applies here. Everything saves some time pinning. World's most useless rotary cutter that is now fancy paper. Very sophisticated technology I have over here. I can move that corner out of the way because it's done. What did you guys want to be when you were growing up? Because I always wanted to be an archaeologist. But as I got older, I realised that I would have been vastly incompatible with that role because I started watching like Egyptology documentaries, and the fact that they're all crawling around in these tiny little spaces that could just fall in any second. I'm like, nope, that is a no from me. Absolutely not. Because I've discovered that I am claustrophobic. Yeah, I think if you're doing like an actual pattern, it's probably better to pin it because you need it to be more precise. But with this, I'm just making it up as I go along. So, you want to be a writer? Do you do any writing now, or have you stopped it? There's never too late. Really, you've always. That's good that you're living the dream. You're living the dream. Wanted to be a doctor. I don't know if I told you, but there was a time at school where I thought I wanted to be a doctor. And you know how they have the situational judgment test as part of the UK CAT? So, or I think it's just called the UCAT now. And then, although I did start my first YouTube channel at the age of 13 with the intent of making Minecraft vids. Oh, interesting. Did you ever make any Minecraft videos, or was it just a passion that you never got around to? And then when you were 16, you wanted to be a singer. Well, if you want to be a writer and a singer, it's not too late at all to do both of those things. I might be like, oh, there's that famous author, Chocolates and Pasta. Famous author turned singer. Oh god, why can't I plug that in? I just need to plug my thing in. I want to write more, but I've lots of confidence. Oh, you've lost confidence. Oh, that's a shame. I bet it's really good. But I think that's sounds bad, but it's kind of a part of life. You lose confidence in yourself. Whereas when you're a kid, you feel like you can do anything because everyone's like, "Oh, you can do it." Whereas there's no one when you get older that's like, "You can do it," but you can do it. I'm gonna be that person. You can do it. You can do it. But there's like a website where people can pay to like subscribe to you almost, and then you write something every month and like 1,000 words or so every month, and then they get to read it. So maybe that might be something to try just to get your passion back. And I'm sure they can probably offer you feedback as well. So, have you ever thought about doing like a writing course, maybe? Because that might be a cool thing to do. Well, there's plenty of time for that. If you want to write in the future, you can do. Yeah, you can do absolutely everything you want, anything you want. That's exactly right. The world is, my parents always used to say to me, the world is your oyster. Which is why I had such a delusional ego, because anything my parents told me growing up, I was like, took very literally, and I was like, yeah, I can do anything I want. Thanks for pointing that out and let me know. So when I was like 19, I had this friend, and she was dating this guy, and his dad was like really wealthy and was going to this like motivational speaking conference. And he was like, yeah, it's great. Everyone should do it. One of these things you do. Like at the start of this week, they have these like hot coals that are laid out. And they say you have to, like at the start of the week, they ask you to walk across the hot coals and no one can do it. Then by the last day of the conference, everyone walks across the coals and like, we can do anything. Probably just turn down the temperature towards the end of the week. But he was like, yeah, you should definitely do this course. And I was like, I don't need it. And he was like, everyone needs it. Why don't you need it? And my mate was like, no, she actually doesn't need it. She has a completely delusional ego and thinks she can do anything. Like, I don't need to walk across. I don't need to burn my feet to prove that I can do anything. But I'll just do it. And then it'll be done. And that'll be the proof. I did a writing course when I was at uni. Oh, that's a shame. But, um, things happen when the timing is right, and that's one thing that I learned through my career change as a content creator. So when um I first kind of did like bits of online social media work as like a fitness person when I was at university, and like it kind of took off a bit, but never really went anywhere. And I guess at the time I was like, I'm putting like loads of work into my content. I don't really know why it's working out. And then a similar thing happened where when I first joined TikTok, it was like a year before I ended up going viral on there. And I had my own little like vintage business kind of thing, and that didn't work out. And the content that I was making for it just no one saw it, no one got any views, and like my vintage business ended up failing. And I was like, oh my god, I'm such a failure. Like I can't do anything. And then I ended up getting this other job, giving up on my business, and then starting this other job. And then just by accident there, I ended up going viral. But the reason I went viral is because of these vintage clothes that I had in this video. Because just people loved the way I put together this outfit. And it's like I wouldn't have had those vintage clothes if my business hadn't failed. Because if my business had been successful, those clothes would have sold, and I wouldn't have never had the clothes to go viral with on TikTok. And it's like if things had gone well with that like fitness online content, then I never would have got into thrift flipping, and I wouldn't be where I am today, kind of thing. So it's like one of those. I truly try to believe that everything happens for a reason, and or that combined with everything happens when the time is right. Because I mean, there are some things that happen and they're just horrendous, and there's no reason for that happening. It's just bad things happen, and kind of like a fact of life, and the severity of that differs depending on the person and what they've been through. But I truly believe that when things are meant to happen, they'll happen for you. So one day when the time is right, you will be a famous writer. Oh, that's a great idea. Actually, I watched a film and TV show. Oh my god, so you want to be like a TV show writer? That'd be incredible. What kind of have you got anything in your head of what it'd be like? Like, would it be kind of like a sitcom-y kind of thing? Or more like a drama? Or have you got like a specific genre that you think you could be good at writing for? Perseverance is key. Circumstances will never be perfect, but continue to try worthwhile things will eventually pay dividends. That's very true. That's very true. Right, there we go. I think we're done with the big bits now. Oh, I always thought it would be a drama. What kind of drama would it be? I'm just trying to work out because I don't really understand how the going live works on YouTube. So is there a chat, or is it just like in the comments, like the normal comment section? That's the side. Okay, so we're done with this first big piece. Let's start cutting out the next piece. This is actually going to be a lot different than it would be. That's number 2. And the colours for number 2 are a light green and a dark purple, is that? No, light purple. I hope we have enough for this. I was like, that'll be fine, we've got loads of stuff. I'm starting to panic. I just don't. I have to cut open the sleeve, see if I got it. Do you know what? I absolutely love that. I love that. A show about your friendship groups will be so good. So I've just finished reading this book. Well, it was a few weeks ago now, um, and it's called Everything I Know About Love, and it's meant to be like the like millennial version of Sex and the City kind of thing. And apparently they made a series out of that, but they kind of butchered the series compared to the book. But I really, really enjoyed the book, and I think it's because it's that kind of like relatable kind of content. So that would be great. I loved Sex and the City when I watched it at university. It was like, wow. So what's this scene about? So is it based on like a real thing that happened to you and your friends, or is it just something that you take an inspiration from somewhere, or just from a little daydream? And will you let your friends know which characters they are? Like, will you change the names and the way they look, or are you gonna make it like dead on which one of your friends it is? That has problems. It's like I'm trying to do my vlogs at the moment, and I'm trying to really throw some kind of analysis into them, like talk about what my thoughts are in the moment. And for example, one of the things that I want to discuss is like this little holiday romance I had. But it's like, how do you that person's like kind of like my mate now, so it's like, how do I kind of give the full analysis of that situation without offending them? But I guess it's even more complicated when you're like really good friends with someone. Right, I think. Oh, please work, please work, please work. Please don't give up. Oh my god, thank god that works. Imagine if that we'd run out of fabric at this stage, I would have cried. You know what? I'm actually feeling a lot better. It's so nice talking to you guys. I try not to emulate my friends and make them their own characters. Oh, cool. So it's interesting. So they're more like a very loose basis for what's going on. Okay. I'm trying to think. Side. So one for the front and one for the back. Got yeah. Got yeah. Oh dear. That would have been a disaster if that had broken. So when you're doing this, you need to make sure that you're alternating which one, because we need two of each and they need to be different. Yes. But it's doing that thing where it's not letting me see the chat, but I don't know if it'll just appear on here in a second and there's a slight delay or what. So if it looks like I'm ignoring you, that's why. Um, but you know what will be so cool? It's like I was saying before about how you never know, you never knew how to. Yeah, it's so much easier to use a pattern than it is to make things up as you go along. It's probably more of a therapeutic sewing day. I think one day I'll find a pattern that I really like, and I'll do like one where I cut out just do a nice relaxing sewing session where we just follow a pattern and it's not trying to work out what's going on go along, and then like oh shit, will this actually turn out all right or not? So I've got all that amazing vintage fabric, so maybe I'll choose we'll have a stream where we go through the fabric and have a look at that and choose the fabric, and also we can choose which one of the pattern pieces, the patterns that we want to use and make. But it'd be so cool if you get to write your show one day and it's mega successful, and if I become a big streamer, and then it'd be like, oh my god, that all started in the chat, all these conversations, and now we can see it all in fruition. So I hope one day I'll be able to see the premiere of your show. Highly anticipated. Got there for a minute. Find the sleeve. Where's the sleeve? On sleeve. Here we go. Put this one open now. And to be honest, once this is all cut out, this is going to be really easy to sew together. I think this might actually be the most efficient and quickest thrift flip that I've done so far on live stream, but we'll see. I don't want to jinx it. Starting to get a bit of headache. Is that headache is that a hormonal headache? Is it a dehydrated headache? Is my hair tied too tight? Am I tired? Who knows? Could be any of the above. Yeah, my scissors are getting stuck. What's off? And lay this out. Okay, so this way, when I cut it out before, it was the not nice side of the fabric, and I did it that way. So that means I now need to cut it out that way. Put that on the chair. The pattern pieces that are done. Just about make that fit there. Perfect. One of the reasons I've been so looking forward to making these joggers is because I've had these four, or is it five things that I've got? Yeah, four pairs of like joggers and jumper and things that are just taking up space in my never-ending supply of things that I need to cut up. So once that they are once they're done, that's one less thing that I have to that's just taking up space. Taking up space, and then I've got more space for eventually, once I've plowed my way through that room, more things to upcycle. But to be honest, I don't think I'm ever going to need any more stuff to upcycle based on how much stuff is in that room. It is a bit ridiculous. In this round. Okay. That's another pattern piece done, and now we're on to that big purple one, and then it's just the little ones from that. So it's the same thing as we done that one here. One this way and one that way. Might be able to get boost off the back panel there. I think we will. And then on Saturday, the thing that I'm going to be doing on Saturday is taking a pair of trousers and turning it into a top because they're just like a bit too small for me, but it's a shame because they're really cute. But they're going to make a really, really cute top. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Wrong bit. Okie dokie. Over. See if we can get away with fitting both on this side. That would be good. God. But you can get proper sewing weights. I think that'd be a good thing to do out of scraps, once it to make some sewing weights, and then just find some things for in them, marbles or something. I'll be able to find it on in a charity shop or something like that. Oh. Please. Chop chop. This is a nice project because there's not a lot of thinking about this project. It's just cutting and sewing. But it's like a lot of cutting, which is quite therapeutic, and then it'll be a lot of sewing together in a second. Not like a lot. Oh. Right, I'm gonna go on the side again. I'm definitely going to need that other side to do front. Because we're not going to fit that on there, unfortunately. Definitely not. Which side do I put that on? Like that. So that when I need to pin it, it needs to be on the front. Up here like that. Okay. Or if I go there like that. Because I hope this way, I don't think it'll leave too much of a mark, the lines where I pulled out that front pocket, but just in case. Anyway. Try and avoid sewing them right in the middle of things. Actually, so I need to just check the panel. Actually, panel 4 can fit on there. Yeah. Yeah, we've got loads of space in panel 4. Nothing to worry about. Nothing. What you doing? Not too bad for timing either. Well, this is going better than I expected. I was definitely anticipating tears by this point. Wasn't. Okay. Sorry, you're probably looking at my hair there. It's not very entertaining. Yeah, cut this off. Oi! I'm not going to be too much longer, I promise. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, oi. Yeah, no. Okay, right, that's that pattern piece done. It's just the small ones to cut out now. So we are on number 3 is bigger than I thought it would be. So we're gonna do our first dark purple. Right. Don't know how I'm gonna fit these on here. This is where I might have a bit of an issue. I don't know if this will work. Right, I'm gonna cut open these and see if we can get it to fit. That back. It might be the one stage where fabric not gonna work, but we'll see. We'll see. But even if these joggers look crap, then at least I tried, you know? Oh, that counts. I really hope these work purely because the transition that I've got for this for the transformation reveal of this thriftlet, it's so cool. It's really, really cool. So this has to work. These joggers have to look good. Right, there we go. Now we can open that up and see if we can actually get this to fit. Please fit, please. Oh, I don't know if you heard that, but my stomach just did like a massive growl. Hungry. Yay, yay, that fits! I'm so happy I could cry. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Okay. Right, do I put it on there? Do I put it there? We'll go there, I think. Oh, I'm so glad that fit. That would have been a disaster if it didn't. Well, it wouldn't have been a disaster. It would have just looked crap. That would have made me very unhappy. As I said, this transition is going to be so cool, and I want the trousers to look cool too. I don't want to look like shit when I'm in joggers anymore. I'm getting sick of... This is the kind of thing where I think when they're making like some companies will have like really clever machines that like laser cut out pattern pieces like this so that you don't have to do it yourself. It would be nice, right? Okay, so it's gonna be, if I just pin it that way, I need to put it that way on outside of this. Will it fit on that side? Nope. Let's cut open this back like that. The end of the world is... chop, chop, chop. Oh dear. Oops, sewed through one side. Hopefully I won't need that bit of fabric. Oh my god, imagine if I do. Ah, it's stressful. What's in this? Lovely. Uh, well. Side and cut. I positioned myself in the worst possible way here. Done something to my hip. I've got hypermobile joints, and occasionally I'll just like pop my hip out. I don't know how to manage that. But it's really painful. Wait. I'm looking forward to sewing this together. Not long now. Oops, nearly just knocked my camera off. That would have been an actual disaster. Okay. Now it's the other thing, big blue. I have to try and get this out of the sleeves. I really hope we can get this out of the sleeves because obviously there is not a lot left on this bit. Oh, this is the final tense bit, and then those two at the bottom are tiny, tiny, teeny tiny. Now is the moment of truth. Oh yeah, load of space there. That'll be no problem at all. The question is though, what colour thread am I going to use to sew all this up? Right, the gilding. Part of me's like, put some pockets in, and the other part of me's like, can you be bothered? No. But then I'm like, no, if this works out, I need to put some pockets in because it will make life. Oh, there's loads of space here. Right, what I'm going to do on this side is I'm going to double check there's no stains. What's like a better way of doing this? Like that? Yeah. Okay. See, I don't know what to do here because normally you're meant to cut things out. Give me more light blue. Yeah, no, fuck it. I'm just going to go like this. No fabric. I might need the fabric later. I don't want to get too overly confident that we have enough fabric. Oh, that's making a really satisfying crunching sound. I wish you could hear it. Okay. Flip this round. Okay. I never got confirmation from Wolfie if I could show them last, but it was very cool. I think they must have headed off. So that one was nice side facing up that way. So now we need to do nice side facing up that way. And Actually, it only just occurred to me that I'm not going to have much of an idea which way round so they're meant to go later, but oh well. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay, now we've just got the twos to do ones. Oh no, 45 feet. So, number 4 is light pink, light purple, and dark purple. Don't need number 5 yet. That would have been satisfying, wouldn't it? But it's not worked. Oh well. Okay, on this side, I guess I could always just Okay, that's a good idea. I'm just gonna cut the pockets out of this and use their pockets. God, I'm a genius. Honestly, cut it as possible bit. Yes, lovely pocket. You are still being sewn in later. Not here. So what I'm just doing now is I'm just going to cut these pockets and I'll use them later. There's one pocket. Oh, the light is buzzing. There's a pocket. Here's one I prepared earlier. Scrap on the floor. Oh, okay. I accidentally cut that a bit. Oh dear. Right, cannot mess that up. Otherwise, that's not gonna work. Oh, this side. This side. Headache is getting a bit sore. Okie dokie. The worst cutting that I think I've ever done in my life. Yeah. Spin this round. I think I'm gonna sew this all together tomorrow. I'm gonna finish cutting it out tonight, and then tomorrow I'll have a cheeky, unscheduled live stream, and we can finish it off then. Then. Okay, first bit of number 4 is done. Do the second bit of number 4. Where's that pocket? Let me put that pocket out before I forget. Put this to the side later and save myself a job. It's always nice. Use your time. Right. This is where me accidentally sniffing it might come back to bite me. I know we've got loads of space. Loads of space. No need to be so dramatic. Absolutely starving. I wouldn't mind. This time was actually sensible and I ate before. That was not slow enough to do the other times. But it's good because I guess that means I'm not as stressed out and anxious by going live as I used to be. Because body doesn't really get hungry when you're stressed, does it? Good. I think I've not cut this out on the right side, but at this point it doesn't really matter too much at the bottom because it's all just pretty much straight up and down. There's not much shape down here. Okay, chop, chop, chop. That one's the side. And what's the other colour we need to do? Light purple. I'll have to break into the sleeves for this one, but be able to get one out there. Nice little line. Keep that. God, what are you guys having for dinner? So hungry. Can't think what I want. Oh, really slipped then. This would have been a good stream to have something to react to now that I think about it, but it's always nice to think about these things after you fact. Okay, one of those is done. More of them. Can I find some scraps? Oh, yay, scraps. Okay. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Okay. Oh, 7 Pokeballs. So just Popo wings. I hate anything that's It's on the bone though. It's too fiddly trying to get it off, and quite frankly, I'm scared that I'm gonna choke to death on it. I once had a fish and chips, like a battered fish and chips, and I found a bone in it, and I swear to God, I did not eat fish and chips for years after that. Traumatized. Like I'm gonna choke. Do you know what? I do love Costco. I do love Costco. I know it is like American trash food, but it is amazing. Amazing. Like the birthday cakes. Oh my God, the birthday cake. I could just eat a gallon of that icing. Nice. And we always get these big massive bags of chicken nuggets and mozzarella sticks from Costco, and they are out of this world. Like whenever we have friends over and they eat them, they're like, these are the best chicken nuggets in the world. And also, a nice little trick if you have like frozen chicken nuggets and stuff, get yourself an air fryer, because it does like the Ninja one does like air crisping, so you can put them in there, and they cook them so much quicker. You don't have to wait for the oven to preheat or anything like that. So that is my top tip. Crazy, because we were ahead of the time in my household, because we had we always eat like potato waffles that you know like frozen. And when I went to uni, my friends were shocked by the fact, my housemates were shocked by the fact that I was using the toaster to cook my waffles. And I'm like, how else do you cook them? And then recently they started advertising the way to cook them is in the toaster. I'm like, you totally cook. That's okay. I'll let you off, Haynes. Yeah, no, the big bar. I just love Costco. Now that I know that you're a Costco member, should we go on a Costco trip together? An outing. No, so I forget that you live in London and you're not near me. But if you ever come up north, we'll go on a Costco trip. My Costco, and I'll drive. Yay, we're on a last thing, by the way, 5. A Costco adventure indeed. You can get lost for years in there. And then you have to, I feel like when you go to Costco, you have to have a jacket potato for lunch from the little cafe thing. And obviously eat every single one of the tester thingies that they offer out, and then go back around for seconds. Some of those Costco tasters are genuinely better than those little fancy things they hand out at parties on trays. They're always so hit and miss, because they're always like you eat it in one go, and some of them are just grim, like grim. And if you get one that's grim, you just kind of have to like keep chewing on it, because like what you meant to do, just spit it out. Obviously not. Oh, that happened to me when in Lisbon. There were these horrible like little, I thought they were like cheese tartlets, and they were actually fish tartlets. Who would make a fish tartlet? Not me, that is for sure. I am a woman of taste. I can't remember. Oh, we're so nearly done with the cutting. And then I think tomorrow I'll do a sponty one, and we'll do it together on that. Do it all up. Need some food. Good night's sleep. And to be honest, if we call it a day after this, that means I made it through the whole stream without crying, which is impressive given the circumstances. We tend to bring pizza, garlic bread, and then jacket potato home dinner. Oh, so nice. I've never had the garlic bread there, actually. I feel like I've had a pizza. I've definitely had a Costco pizza. Right, pop this out. Lovely. On to the other side. Ooh. What plans have you guys got for the weekend? Anything exciting? Or we're just working? Let me know. Snap. So once this turquoise piece is put out, we have 2 more of the same in the dark blue, and then that is done. And I promised for tomorrow, for the sewing together bits, I'll actually have some videos together, so it's more exciting. It's just so hard to try and find them. It's like, how do you work out what's going to be entertaining and not too dark without watching it first? Then if I watch it, it's not going to be the same. Maybe I need to find a channel that's good, and then just go through. Oh god, that's all right. I don't care at this point. We've cut out all the bits we need, so it doesn't matter if I've chopped through the other side there. Okay, we're down to the last 2 pieces, and then what I'll do is I'll lay it out on the floor so we can get an indication of what it's going to look like, and then we'll call it a day. Call it a day. Let's go. I'm so glad we had enough fabric for all of this, though. That would have been absolutely gutting to get all the way through and then not. And also, I've got like another spare pair of joggers that I could have used for in, but it wouldn't have gone with the colour scheme. Okay, last piece to do now, and then we're done. I can find somewhere to cut it out. It's too much fabric. Hey. Yay! That was the last piece. So now let's lay it out and see what it's going to look like. We need to keep these precious pockets there. So here are all the pieces, and it's feeling quite chunky, I must admit. So try and lay out both legs. That'll be like that on one side, and then on the other side it will be like that. So imagine these are 2 different legs here that I'm doing. I'm going to push them right to the back. Right to the back. Like dangling off the end. And then underneath that on this side we have, so these are for the back panels here, that's why we have extra of them. So that'll go there like that. And then that blue one's also for the back. And then the next one after that we have is this, like that. Obviously these aren't the exact thing, because I'll have to put the pieces back on to work out where that is. But because it's such a big project, like space-wise, yeah, look, I'm wrong here. I'm doing it back to front. I was like, this isn't making sense because of the way I've cut it so badly. So this is what this patchwork is going to look like. And then finish it off with a tiny bit of blue and green at the bottom. So it'll be like that. And you kind of, can you tell what it is yet? Yeah. So that is what it's going to look like with the colour scheme. And that this lighting is horrible right now, so you can't appreciate the true colours. But that is what it's going to look like. So, as I said, let me move that out of the way. I'm too hungry to sew this all together now. I'm going to chew my arm off, and I know this mic is good at cancelling out noises, but you are about to hear my stomach rumble if I continue any longer. So I'm going to bid you adieu for tonight, and then I'll see you tomorrow to sew it all back together, and we can get the full-on proper look. So, see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining me. Oh, thank you so much for powering through and keeping my chat interesting, Ismaine. I really appreciate it. Lots of love.